Hello. Okay. Hi, how are you? I'm Devin. Thanks for joining me tonight and doing a little yoga with me. So we're going to give it another minute or two, see if anyone else is joining us, and then we'll get started. So if you're already set up and you have your mat down on the ground, you can come to a comfortable seated position or start laying back flat on the mat. All right, so we'll get started. Again, my name is Devin, and thank you for joining me tonight for an hour of yoga. Today is not only the first day of summer, but International Yoga Day, so it's great that we can be doing this practice together. So let's get started on our backs. Spread your legs about mat width apart, roll back on the mat, tuck your shoulder blades under the back of the body. Your palms should be facing up towards the sky, your eyes are closed, and we're breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the mouth, letting the whole body relax. And I'd like you to let your mind relax as well. So let go of any of the thoughts, plans, lists of the day. Just bring your awareness to how your body's feeling right now. Notice any muscles that are tight or sore or stiff. See if you can breathe and focus on that muscle and allow it to relax a little bit more. You may want to bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your abdomen. Sometimes it helps feeling our hands on our body to really breathe deeply into that area. Good. So let's begin our warm ups gently, walking the heels in towards one another. Point the toes, reach the arms overhead, lengthen, reach through the fingertips all the way down the spine, down the legs, out the toes, and just continue to breathe deeply. And then bring the right hand around the left forearm, reach up and over to the right. Find a little bit more length through the left side of the torso. And let's come through center, switching sides. Left hand around the right forearm, reach up and over to the left. Good. Let's come back through center. And we're going to slide our arms out so that the upper arm is at shoulder height. Elbows are bent 90 degrees with the fingertips pointing up towards the top of our mat. So as we're laying back, our arms are going to start in this position. We're going to move with our breath. Inhale, sliding the fingertips towards one another overhead. And exhale, drawing the elbows in towards the waistline. All right. So move with your breath, nice and smoothly. While we're laying back, I'd like you to notice if at any point the elbows or the wrists pop up off of the mat, and try and pause the arms there and just relax and see if you can get it to sink down. So some of us have tight shoulders, tight muscles across the front of the chest that may hinder this movement, but we really want to get them to open up and relax. You'll feel the muscles between the shoulder blades working, feeling the scapula rotating as you move through this posture. So on your next exhale, draw your elbows in towards your waist, bring your arms down along your sides, and now hug both knees in towards your chest. Gently rock from side to side, massaging the back, kidneys, the shoulders. And then steady the body. Keep the right knee at your chest and lower the left leg all the way down. Wiggle the right toes, point and flex the right foot, and circle the toes in both directions. Then work your way up the leg to the hip, gently rocking it side to side. And then begin nice, gentle circles, starting small, gradually getting bigger as the hip wakes up. Go in both directions. Excellent. Hug the right knee back into the chest. Bring the hands around to the back of the thigh, onto the hamstring, and let's straighten out the right leg, lifting the toes up towards the sky, gently drawing the leg in towards your chest, feeling that stretch along the back side of the right leg. You can point and flex your foot a couple times, wake up that calf and Achilles, feel that stretch along the lower leg. And then continue holding on to the right thigh with the right hand. Reach the left arm out to the left side of the body. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open up the right leg to the right. Keep the left hip grounded. We want to feel this stretch through the right inner thigh. You can turn your head and look away from the right leg. Good. Let's lift the leg up. Inhaling, switch our grip. So the left hand holds the leg, and exhale, cross the right leg down to the left side. If, like me, you've run out of space on that side of your mat, you can always bend the knee, whether we're opening the leg or crossing it over the body. Right hip should be lifted off the mat now, and we're feeling a stretch to the outside of the right hip and thigh. Let's exhale and release. Lower the right hip back down to the floor. Lower the right leg all the way down to the mat as well. Take a deep breath. You should notice a difference in the right leg versus the left. So now let's even it out. Hug the left knee in towards the chest. Wiggle the toes. Point and flex the foot. And work your way up into the hip, gently rocking the leg side to side. And start small circles, gradually getting bigger. In both directions. And then hug the left knee back in towards the chest. Bring the hands around to the left hamstring and reach the left toes upwards, drawing the leg in towards the torso. Point and flex the foot a couple times. And as you exhale, notice if you can draw the leg in just a little bit closer as the body relaxes. Hold on to the left leg with the left hand. Bring the right hand down to the mat on the right side. Inhale and exhale. Open the left leg down to the left. Feel the stretch through the inner thigh. Keep the right hip grounded. And let's inhale, left leg up, switch your grip, and exhale, cross the left leg over to the right. Keep the left shoulder down on the mat. Turn your head and look past the left shoulder and arm. Good. Let's inhale the left leg back up, and exhale, lower it all the way down. Good. Now let's bend both knees, hug both knees into the chest one more time. But before we sit up, we're going to move into happy baby. So draw the knees away from one another, reach your arms through the legs, and bring your palms to the top of your feet. Wrap your fingers around the outside edges of each foot, and we're going to open our feet up and away from one another. So it's as if we're squatting on our ceiling. Our knees are bent. We're gently drawing them back and down towards the mat, elongating the spine, reaching the tailbone down as well. Feel the stretch through the inner thighs. Excellent. Let's release. Bend the knees, heels towards the glutes. Bring the thighs together. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Let's cross our ankles and tuck the chin, rolling along the length of the spine. Good. One more. And then come up to a seated position. Drop the thighs outside towards the edges of the mat so you can sit up tall. And let's breathe with our spine nice and tall, shoulders back, stacked over the hips. And just check in with the body. Let's inhale both arms up towards the sky. And exhale, reach to the right, dropping the right hand down to the mat, lengthen through the left fingers. Good, let's inhale up. Exhale, left hand down to the mat, reach the right arm across. Good, and come back up, inhaling. Exhale, hinge forward, drop your hands down towards the mat or the side of your mat and lean down. Bring your chest towards the floor, inch your fingertips out a little bit at a time, finding length through the back of the body. And now we'll lean forward, coming onto our hands and knees. So adjust the body so that the hands are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips, and we'll be moving with the breath. So let's exhale, arch the back, draw your chin towards your chest, look back towards your toes. Inhale, round the spine, look upwards. Exhale, arch. Inhale, round. Move at your own pace, matching your movement to your breath. Good, let's do one more. And then come to a neutral spine. Curl the toes under, press through the palms, lift the knees off the mat and come into downward facing dog. Lifting through the tailbone, rooting down through the heels. We should be looking back towards our feet or towards our knees. And I'd like you to shake your head very gently, side to side, and then up and down just a couple times, letting go of any tension along the neck, jaw, or throat. And now let's walk our feet forward. Coming into our forward fold. Again, tuck the chin towards the chest, let the upper body relax over the thighs. We're still warming up, so don't push this too far. If you'd like more intensity, you can bring your hands to the back of the calves or ankles and gently pull the chest in a little bit closer, elongating the spine, reaching the crown of the head down towards the mat. Good. Let's release the legs and round up, stacking the back, drawing the shoulders back over the hips and lifting the chin off the chest. Let's come forward towards the top of our mat for some sun salutations. Inhale and exhale, palms together at the center of our chest. Inhale, lift the arms up, gently arching back. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the right toes. Exhale, left leg back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, and forehead, or chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, press to the palms, lift the chest, look upwards. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. And exhale, release, arms by the sides. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, right leg back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, and forehead, or chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, press through the palms, lift the chest, look upwards. And exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release, arms by the sides. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, left leg back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, right leg back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at the knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. And exhale, release. Arms by the side, shoulders back and away from the ears. Take a full breath. Excellent. Let's step the right leg back for triangle pose. Hip, shoulders, and chest rotate towards the right side of your mat. Glance down, make sure the left heel is pointing towards the right arch, and inhale the arms up to shoulder height. As you exhale, reach the left fingertips as far to the left as you can before hinging sideways and stacking the right arm over the left. Plant the back of the left hand just inside the left leg. As you breathe, you should feel this stretch through the right side of the torso and the left inner thigh. Good, let's inhale and exhale. Let's come up, lifting the torso and arms, and rotate the right foot about 45 degrees towards the top of the mat to take tension off the back knee, bringing the hip, shoulders, and chest towards the top of the mat as well. Let's inhale and exhale, right hand down to the mat, or you can place the right hand along the left shin or left foot, pressing through the right fingertips and palms so we can rotate the left shoulder back, stack it over the right, and look towards the left side of the room. You should feel this stretch to the outside of the left hip and thigh. We don't want our knees bent, but they shouldn't be locked either. So nice, soft knee. Inhale. Exhale, press through the soles of the feet to maintain balance as you lift the right arm up and bring the arms back to their correct sides of the body. Keep the left foot in place and walk the right foot back on the mat so we have a nice wide stance for warrior two. Turn your head, look past your left fingers, inhaling. Exhale, bend the left knee. Stack it over the heel and point the kneecap towards the middle of the foot. So you may need to open up through the inner thigh and feel a stretch here as well. Press evenly through the feet and roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. Good. Let's flip the left hand so the palm faces the sky. As we inhale, exhale, relax the right hand back, lifting the left fingertips all the way up for peaceful warrior. So nice long arm, and our right hand is just resting on the right leg. We don't want to put any pressure on the right knee or even any pressure on the side of the leg. So it's just kind of hanging out back there, but we're actively reaching tall through the left hand. Good. On your next exhale, come back to warrior two. So our lower body hasn't moved yet. Let's take one more breath. And now let it relax. Let the arms drop down, straighten out the left leg. Well done. Step forward with the right foot and come back to mountain pose. Shoulders back. Switching sides. Right foot stays forward. Our left foot is stepping back. Hips, shoulders, and chest to the left side of the room. Arms extended at shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, reach the right hand towards the top of the mat, hinge sideways, bring the back of the right hand just inside the right leg, lengthen your arms so you can reach from the floor to the ceiling, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, press through the feet, lift the torso and arms up, keep the right foot in place, rotate the back toes towards the top of the mat, and let the hips, shoulders, and chest come forward as well. Inhale again. This time, as you exhale, reach the left hand down, planting the left thumb next to the right arch, or maybe somewhere along the right leg. Reach, reach, reach through the right fingertips, creating that nice long line down the length of your arms, opening the chest a little bit more towards the right side of the room to really maximize that stretch down the outside of the right thigh and hip. Let's take one more nice deep breath. And exhale, release, pressing through the feet, lifting the torso, bringing the left arm back to the left side of the body. Walk the left foot back for warrior two. Maintain that straight line from the right heel to the left arch. Inhale. And exhale, bend the right knee, stack it over the ankle, point the kneecap towards the middle toe. Shoulders are back and away from the ears. Breathing deeply. Inhale, flip the right palm up. Exhale, release the left hand down towards the left leg, lengthening the right arm and reaching upwards. Look towards the right palm. Good. Let's release back to warrior two. And exhale, lower the arms, straighten out the right leg, push the left foot forward, and come back to mountain pose. Shoulders back and relax. Deep breath. Okay, so let's take a step back on our mat. So we're towards the middle, have plenty of space in front of us. We're going to move into pyramid pose. So let's take the right foot and step forward about a stride. The wider our stance, the more intense this stretch will be, but it's important for now that we keep our feet fully grounded. So sometimes when we step too wide, our heels might pop off of the mat. Let's try and keep them grounded tonight. Our feet are parallel to one another. Our hips are pointing forward. And we're going to start with our fingers interlaced behind the tailbone. Roll the shoulders back and away from the ears and lengthen the arms away from, or I should say the hands away from the shoulders. Let's inhale, lift the chest, look upwards. And as we exhale, hinge at the hips. So keep that nice long line down the length of your spine. Let your body create some space between your tailbone and your hands as you fold forward. And just hold that stretch when you feel the right hamstring really begin to lengthen. On your next exhale, round forward, bring your nose towards your knee, let your hands drop a little further from your hips. Good, now let's release the hands and reach the fingertips down towards the ground or maybe along the right leg, depending what feels a little bit more steady for you tonight. Think about lengthening the spine, reaching the crown of the head down towards the right toes. Good. Now, I want you to shift the weight forward into the right foot. So you may need to bend the right knee a little bit. Shifting the weight forward into the right foot, we're going to inch our fingertips forward on the mat. So we're going to bring the right hip over the right heel and the shoulders over the fingertips. As we do this, our left heel is going to peel up off of the mat. That's perfect. We're moving into a warrior three. So I'd like you to flex the left foot, lift the left heel up, up, up until it's in line with your hips, and then inch the fingertips off of the mat, lifting the chest and shoulders so our body creates a straight line down the back from the head to the heel. Maybe your hands are still reaching for the mat tonight. Maybe one is still rooted to the mat. That's fine. But eventually we want to lift the hands up and reach them back alongside the torso. We should be looking straight down towards the floor to keep our upper neck nice and long. Draw the abs in to help maintain balance. Let's take one more full breath. And then exhale, left foot down with control next to the right. And lift the chest and shoulders back up. Excellent job. Shake out the legs. Roll the shoulders back. And we're going to switch to pyramid on the opposite side. So left foot forward, right foot back. Again, about a stride, feet parallel to one another, toes forward, hands behind the back, interlaced. Roll the shoulders back, away from your ears. Reach the hands back down towards the right heel. Inhale. And exhale, begin to hinge forward. So flat back until you feel that left hamstring lengthen, and then hold it there for a couple breaths. Notice your upper neck. It shouldn't be arched. We shouldn't be looking forward, but instead we're pulling our chin towards the chest and looking down. Good. Now let's fold forward even deeper around the spine. Draw the chin towards the chest. Look towards the left leg. Let your hands drop away from your hips even further. And on your next exhale, release the hands all together. Drop them down to the mat or along the left leg. And breathe. Good. From here, let's move into our warrior three. So we're going to lift the head up slightly, shift the weight forward into the left foot, inching the hands forward, bring them under the shoulders, bring the left hip over the left heel. Right foot is already peeling up off of the floor. Let's flex the foot and lift that heel up in line with the body. When you're ready, lift the hands off of the mat, roll the shoulders back, create that nice long line. Find a point to focus on and breathe. Good. Let's gently release. Lower the right foot next to the left. And let's lift the torso back up. Well done. Shake it out. Couple nice shoulder circles. Wonderful. Let's step towards the back of our mat. And we're going to step our feet wide. So about mat width apart. We're going to do a couple yogi squats. So Mat width is a good rule of thumb, but of course, all of our bodies are very different, flexibility, size, etc. So you may need to adjust the feet a little bit throughout. Hands in prayer position, we're going to move into some squats. So inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips back, come on down into our squat. Our knees should be pointing towards the middle toe, so you may need to open through the inner thigh or adjust the feet accordingly. Exhale, press through the soles of the feet to lift the hips and body back up. So let's inhale, sink down, and exhale, lift. Move at your own pace. Good. On your next inhale, let's hold it low. Breathe deeply. Maybe check your alignment. Make sure knees are pointing towards that middle of the foot. And let's release. Come on up. So from here, we should still be at the back of the mat. I'm facing you so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to walk our feet a little bit closer together. Now, instead of stopping halfway down, we're going to sink our hips all the way down into a yogi squat. Okay, so you can move through your squat and come all the way down. I need to bring my feet a little bit closer actually. So you can move through it and come all the way down. Or you can bend forward, bring the hands to the mat, use the mat for support, and then ease the hips back and down. But when we're in our squat, our kneecap should still be pointing towards the middle of our toes. And our full foot is on the mat. So sometimes, as you can see when I just did it, it might take 1 or 2 tries to make sure you have that alignment or foot placement right. So no problem with that. Just make your way down. If you're feeling too much pressure or any tension in the knees and this is uncomfortable for you, then just ease out of this. We'll meet you on the mat in a moment. But this is a good posture for lengthening the muscles through the inner thighs, as well as building strength through those small muscles along the feet and ankles. So let's hold it one more breath. And now we'll release. So lean forward, hands to the mat, lift your hips slightly so you can bring your knees and feet down to the mat. So let's start with the toes tucked. Ease the hips back to meet the heels, stretching the soles of the feet, lifting the hands off the mat if you can. If it's too intense, lean forward, take some of the pressure off. Try and let your body relax as much as possible. Good. Hands down, flatten the tops of the feet, sit back on your heels, walk the hands out and lower your forehead down to the mat. Let your body relax as much as possible. And then walk your hands over towards the right corner of your room. Sit your hips back into the left hip. So an opposition stretch. And then walk your hands through center and over towards the left side. Sit back into the right hip. Good. Let's come back through center and lift the torso upwards. So I'm going to turn and face the side of my mat. You may want to do this as well if the space in your room is limited, because we're going to need a lot of space side to side. If you want, you can always take a portion of your mat and fold it in on top of itself and walk your knees on top to give your knees a little extra cushioning, but you certainly don't have to. If you've got a towel or a blanket nearby, you can always use that under your knees as well. We're going to start with gate pose. So we're going to keep our left knee on the mat and we're going to reach our right foot out to the right side. So my hips are square to the top of my mat, as are my shoulders. So start with the right hand on the right hip. Let's reach the left arm up, inhaling, and exhale. Lengthen the left side of the body, reaching the left fingertips over towards the right side. So the left hip is still staying over the left knee. We're not pushing that hip towards the side, but instead we're lengthening and reaching through the torso. Good. Let's inhale up and down. Exhaling. Take another nice deep breath. This time, as you exhale, lift the right foot off of the mat. So use the medial glute, draw the abdominals in. The weight is evenly distributed through the left hand and the left shin. And we're lifting that side of the right leg up, up, up. So it's in line with the body and you can feel that muscle really working. Keep the foot active as if you're pressing the heel into the wall next to you. And let's come down with control. Lowering the right foot. Bring your hands forward just for balance. And we're going to sweep the right foot. So imagine you're looking straight down to the clock. If you're kneeling on a clock, we're going to sweep the right foot from about 4 o'clock all the way back to 8 o'clock. Lower the knee and tuck it in next to the left leg. Now take the left toes, they haven't moved yet, and we're going to walk them over towards the right side. So now the left toes are pointing to 5 o'clock, let's say. So walk the hands back very gently. This can be an intense stretch, so we want to move slowly. We're aiming to walk the hands and the hips back so both sits bones are grounded between the heels. So not on top of one of them, that's sometimes the case, but between them. So if you find that you're just kind of sitting on top of your right heel or you just can't get the hips down, it's too intense, then keep your hands planted, that's fine. And we're all going to lower our chest down towards the thighs as much as possible. So you can do this with your hips lifted off the mat, or you can do this with your hips grounded. In either position, you'll still get a great stretch through the outsides of the hips, the medial glutes. If your hips are grounded, you can walk your hands out a little bit and continue to draw the chin towards your chest. Good. Let's walk our hands back to either side of the legs. Press into the palms so you can lift your hips back up. And then lower the knees down to the mat. Bring the right leg back under the right hip. And we're going to switch sides, starting with gate pose again. So left foot out to the left side, round the torso and shoulders up. Left foot to the left. Left hand to the left hip. Right arm up, inhaling. Exhale, reach the right fingers over to the left side. Nice deep breaths. Good. Let's release. And then bring the hand down to the mat under the right shoulder. So let's take an inhale. As we exhale, lift the left leg, flex the foot. So nice active leg as if we're pressing through the heel or keeping a door closed with that leg. Draw the abs in for support. So we're working abs and outer hip, that medial glute. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Gently lower the foot down. Let's walk our hands towards the front of us, front of our mats, and then sweep the left leg back and over towards the right corner, or 4 o'clock. Lower the knee, then tuck it in along the right leg. Now take the right toes and point them to the back left corner. So create some space between your heels because your body needs to move back into that space. So gently walk the body back. This side may feel different, so move slowly, easing the hips down if you can, bending the elbows. So whether your hips are lifted or grounded, we're bending the elbows, lowering the chest towards the thighs, drawing the chin towards the chest. and breathing deeply. Good, let's release. Walk our hands back to either side of the legs, press into the palms, lift the hips up, and bring the left leg back to the left side of the body. Good. So let's sit down on our mats. Stretch the legs out in front of us. Maybe shake them out a little bit. And keep the left leg straight. We're going to bend the right leg, bring the right foot along the left thigh or calf, sitting up tall with our shoulders stacked over our hips. Let's inhale our arms up and exhale, reach forward as we fold over the left leg, dropping the hands, drawing the chest towards the thigh, lengthening the spine, and breathing deeply. Good. Let's release. Just round up. Stack the back. And now take the right leg and we're going to pick it up and place the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. So gently rotate the upper back and chest towards the right, placing the right hand behind the back. Let's inhale our left arm up. And as we exhale, lower the left arm on the outside of the right thigh, opening the chest a little bit more and looking over the right shoulder. Excellent. Let's release. Straighten out the right leg. And bend the left, sole the left foot along the right thigh or calf. Sit up tall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward as you fold. Drop the hands, draw the chest towards the thigh, elongate the spine. Good. Let's lift the head, neck, and chest up. You can just stack the back. And we'll lift the left leg up. Step the left foot over to the right side of the right thigh. Bring the left hand behind the tailbone. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, lower it on the outside of the left thigh, opening the chest a little bit more and looking over the left shoulder. Good. Let's release. And straighten out the left leg. Slide your hips to the center of the mat if they're not already there. And we're going to roll back and do a couple leg lifts and then move into shoulder stand. So roll the upper body down. Bring your arms along the side of the body, tucking the hands just under the hips, just a little bit. Lower the legs. And I'm going to do both legs together, double leg lifts, but if at any point you'd like to switch to single alternating leg lifts, go right ahead. So we'll move with the breath. Inhale, legs up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down, 2, 3, and 4. Heels to the mat. Release your hands. Walk your heels about mat width apart. Take a couple breaths here. Let your abdominals, your hip flexors, let them all relax. And next, we're going to lift up into shoulder stand. If you prefer to do legs up the wall for less intense inversion, go right ahead. If you'd like to move into shoulder stand, you can do so at any time. Both of these postures, of course, you can roll down whenever you'd like. So moving into shoulder stand, we tuck the shoulder blades under the back of the body. Start with our arms alongside the torso. Use the abs to draw the knees in towards the chest. When we can't pull them in any further, we press through the center of the hands to lift the tailbone upwards, and then bend the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back, walking them up the spine until our hips are stacked over our shoulders, and then lift the feet up overhead. Point and flex the feet a couple times. Let your calves and ankles relax. Bring one leg overhead and reach away through the opposite leg. Gradually switch directions. And then slowly work on lowering the feet to the mat overhead, coming into plow pose. If your toes don't touch the mat, that's okay. Just keep your hands supporting the lower back. If they do touch, you can bring your hands down to the ground. And now bend the knees in towards the face, flatten the palms to the mat, slide the legs down the front of the body, gently lowering the back, the tailbone, and then the soles of the feet to the mat. Take a nice deep breath. Now walk the heels in towards the glutes, moving into bridge pose to build strength through the glutes and hamstrings. We'll reach our arms down alongside our body, resting the fingertips on the back of the heels. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, press through the soles of the feet, lift the hips upwards, draw the knees together slightly so they're in line with the hips. Continue breathing deeply. And press down through the feet. So we want to keep this strength, keep this height of the hips throughout the posture. Let's take one more breath. And then gently lower the back down, one vertebrae at a time. Lowering the tailbone. And hug both knees in towards your chest. So let's gently rock side to side. And then lower the feet down to the mat. Let's pick up the right leg, place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Reach the right hand through the leg, the left hand on the outside of the left thigh. Draw the legs in towards your chest. Think about elongating the spine, keeping it relaxed and grounded. And keep your legs as they are, but we're just going to release our grip and lower the left foot down towards the floor. Slide the right leg so you bring the thighs together. So the right knee is now stacked on top of the left. Bring your arms out to the sides, and we're very gently going to lower the stacked knees down towards the left side of the mat, letting the right hip lift up and look over the right shoulder. Good. Let's come back to center and place the right foot back down on the mat. Switching sides, lift the left leg up, left heel to right knee, left hand through the legs, right hand on the outside. Draw the legs in gently. Excellent. Let's release. Lower the right foot down. Slide the left leg so the thighs connect and the left knee is stacked on top of the right. Arms down to the sides. Gently lower the knees to the right and look over the left shoulder. Breathing deeply. Good. Hips back to the mat, knees back to the center, and let's lower both legs down, sliding the heels about mat width apart, letting the toes round towards the outside edges. Let your arms relax halfway between your hips and shoulders with your palms up towards the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades under the back of your body. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let your whole body relax. So not just the muscles and joints, but the mind as well. Letting go of any thoughts, any plans, any ideas. Naturally, your mind will begin to wander, but acknowledge that that's happening and bring your awareness back to the body. Bring your awareness all the way down your body to your feet. Mentally repeat after me. My toes, feet, and heels are releasing and relaxing. My toes, feet, and heels are released and relaxed. My ankles, calves, and knees are releasing and relaxing. My ankles, calves, and knees are released and relaxed. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are releasing and relaxing. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are released and relaxed. My abdomen and lower back are releasing and relaxing. My abdomen and lower back are released and relaxed. My fingers, hands, and wrists are releasing and relaxing. My fingers, hands, and wrists are released and relaxed. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are releasing and relaxing. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are released and relaxed. My chest, back, and shoulders are releasing and relaxing. My chest, back, and shoulders are released and relaxed. My neck, head, and face are releasing and relaxing. My neck, head, and face are released and relaxed. My mind is calm, my breathing is even, and I am completely relaxed. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. And gradually bring awareness back to your body. Start to move the fingers and the toes. And then reach the arms up overhead. Elongate the body. Reach your fingers towards the right side and the left side. Then roll to your right. Take a nice deep breath. And press back up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Namaste. Great job tonight, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this hour of yoga. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell so you get updates on future videos and live classes. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. See you soon. Good night.